OCD. There are those days when you wear some kind of funny socks or for some kind of purpose which symbolizes something, some agenda or cause. And you enter your house, and if you have a kid, first thing the kid might say is, why are you having different socks? These are not the same socks. And you could expect hearing, Daddy, you're home after a whole day. No, it's why are you having these socks? So if this happens after 20 years, that your child is now husband or wife, and you had this busy day, and you did so much stuff, and you are so tired, and you gave your best. And then you finally get home, and your partner arrives home, opens the door, and sees you. He or she might say, why did you put this jacket over here? So instead of saying, hi, how are you, supportive behavior, the first thing the person might see is, why is that jacket over there? It shouldn't be there. So there is this excessive error recognition. For this error processing, parts of the brain are excited, I would say, hyperactive. It will have primacy over more important cognitive processes. There can be this inability to inhibit or stop this error recognizing process, which leads to looking at the details without looking at the whole picture, is blocking normal, healthy communication. OCPD, that is personality disorders, things are a bit more different, because a person who has OCD is mostly disturbed by intrusive thoughts and inability to cope with, ambiguity. So there is no flexibility in thinking, no flexibility in adapting to different circumstances and people's needs, standing in a way of that basic empathy. People who have OCD might be very distressed and have exaggerated reactions, emotional, embodied sensations to stimuli, even if it's imagined. And people treat OCD as a phobia, so you have to treat the phobia by exposure therapies, that you just become more adopted, indifferent to these disturbing sensations. So you just start to accept these emotions, these disturbing thoughts. You don't try to block them, so you have boomerang effect. And then, for instance, if someone has, what if I didn't wash my hands? It might happen, so this might be intrusive thought. But tricky part, okay, I have washed my hands, but what if I didn't wash my hands properly? Or what if there is something left on my hands? So every time this arises, there is compulsion and relief in washing hands.
Even more absurd.
Am I, gay, or am I, will I harm my family?
Person who is definitely not gay can be obsessed by a thought that he is gay, and he starts even more to think about it. Also, he starts acting weird in front of his wife. Then he has this doubt that is completely imagined because he's attracted only to women, but he has to test this by staring at men or observing male body parts, and then he might get relief or be even more distressed. If this testing of his irrational doubt brings him distress, then he might try to suppress or avoid, which will have boomerang effect. And if this
brings him relief, there will be compulsion to
doubt, test, relief. So he is even more focused on his I am gay thoughts. And then there is this A or B. If I am A or B. If I am B, meaning I am not, would I be thinking so much about this A? So they make conclusion, this means that I am. I have to hide and I have to tell the truth. But it's all imagined because reality testing is missing.
It might happen. So this can all be something that is science fiction based on some stimuli. In my opinion, OCD should not be treated as phobias, because why should we adopt and expose ourselves to these bizarre fantasies and chase, unicorns while we can just reality?